So Horace Grant, and I want to bring up Horace Grant because he was Michael Jordan's teammate with three titles, the first three-peat, but he also had a lot of criticism from, and he was not happy how he was portrayed in that whole 10-episode thing. He was not happy how Scottie Pippen was portrayed, and there was a lot of conversation. They had like a whole tour of, I think, him, Scottie Pippen, I think Luke Longley was on there, and they kind of gave their own account of what really happened because they didn't agree with what the Last Dance showed. So I want to, bring Horace Grant up because he was on the podcast with Stacey King, who was also part of the first three-peat with the Bulls. And they both discussed the Last Dance. They have similar views on it, but Stacey King at one time asked Horace Grant to actually make up his mind and give him an answer, and told him, who do you choose in this GOAT debate, whether it's Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, or LeBron James. And I think Horace Grant kind of took his time to give an answer, but finally gave an answer which might surprise a couple people and might not surprise the others. So let you watch those comments from Horace Grant, and then we can go on and kind of discuss them.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a question. You're a former player. You know basketball to the utmost. I consider you an expert. Where are you at the GOAT debate between LeBron and MJ? What's your point? What's your take on it?
I would say this. Stacey and Mark. What's the ingredients of the GOAT? Is it rings? Is it being the best rebounder? Is it being the best assists or block shots? What is the GOAT? I mean, never losing in the finals or MVPs? Or those that, I want to know what's the ingredients of a GOAT? Because if it's rings, it's Bill Russell.
Yeah.
If it's defense, you can look at Bill Russell, you can look at Kembe, you can look at Ben Wallace.
You can look at Will Chamberlain as being like really the most unstoppable force that anyone's ever seen. I mean, he easily could be the greatest player of all time based off of what he did and changed the game. They widened the lane up for him. They took the dunk out because he was dunking so easily. Kareem could also be in that conversation. He had the most unstoppable sky hook that for the like 30 years. So there's different criteria, but I think when you look at it, it's like, it's kind of like, really, you can go with any of those guys, but when you're starting, the main conversation is always going to be Kobe. It's always going to be Michael. It's always going to be LeBron. Those are the three guys that everyone always talks about. And so I say what separates those three guys is, first you got to look at, finals. Kobe's got 5 rings. MJ's got 6. MJ was 6-0 in the finals. LeBron is, 4 and 6. 4 and 6 in the finals. His argument is, I've been to 10 finals. Okay, that's like saying you went to Baskin Robbins 10 times. What did you order a milkshake every time you can? Who cares? You went 10 times. Who cares? Like that, you didn't win. Or I played the lottery 10 times and I won 10 times. No one cares. It's what you did when you were there. And not taking anything away from him, because he is on the Mount Rushmore, in my opinion, of great players. And I would never slight his career at all, because what he's done in the game, he's more Magic than MJ, where Kobe's more Michael. Kobe gets overlooked. When the discussion of what a GOAT player is, I would put him right up under MJ, 1 and 1A. And then I would throw LeBron there.
I tell people.
You play with both.
I tell people all the time. If you have to pin me down to be to pick my GOAT, it would be MJ. And I was, in all respect to LeBron and Kobe and and many other players that you can argue say is the GOAT. But I've seen Kobe Bryant when Shaq will foul out, got in foul trouble. I thought I was looking at Michael Jordan, how he took over a game. and led us to victory many times when Shaq was on the bench with foul trouble and what have you. But I would say MJ won and Kobe won 8 for sure.
Yeah, I would say that, because also what separates those two guys, those three guys, is they were two-way players. They played on both ends. You know, they didn't just play offense. And LeBron in his early days was a very good defensive player, but over the last 5 or 6 years, you know, he's kind of a traffic cone out there. He's not guarding anybody. He's basically running people over and telling them to run over and guard his man, and he's not the same defensive player. And people can say, well, he's 40 years old. Well, MJ was playing defense at 40. You know, Kobe was playing defense in his late 30s.
All right, so you heard it for yourself. Horace Grant literally picks Michael Jordan as 1, Kobe Bryant as 1A, and then possibly LeBron James. But he does pose a question of what constitutes a GOAT, an NBA GOAT. Whether it's rings, then he mentions Bill Russell. I did a lot of research on this, and even though it would be rings, if it would be rings, I wouldn't go with the Bill Russell pick. People, even these guys, these are professional NBA players, they have not done their full research. The guy, I understand, has 11 rings. I get it. But if you look at Bill Russell and his entire career, and then you look at all the NBA finals he played in, and what role he played in, multiple of those finals, he was the 3rd or 4th option on the basketball team, scoring-wise, especially. So I don't think you can get credited all those rings not being the number 1 option on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, MJ has a 6-0 record in the finals, but every single finals, he was the main option. He was the main guy. If you had a problem situation, you go into Michael Jordan. He was always the highest scorer. And he was just that main guy that led that team. Bill Russell, I understand he's been a great defensive player and all that, but he wasn't that main option all of those 11 rings. So that, in my opinion, just is not that good of an argument. You know? Then he mentions rebounds, which just doesn't make any sense. But to me, GOAT overall is a player that has rings, yes. A 6-0, 100% in the finals, 100% in the finals. But then he's also the main guy every single time he goes there. He gets the finals MVP every single time and all that. And he contributes in every single stat line. He doesn't have to be the best in all of them. But really, defense and scoring points wins you games. You can be the best defensive player, but if you cannot score, you will not win a game and you will not win a championship. And Michael Jordan was a scoring beast every time he was there. Every single time. And he was playing D. I mean, it's crazy. But, you know, they talk about LeBron James bragging all the time that he went to the 10 NBA finals, and they make a funny comment there that, you know, you could brag that you went to Baskin-Robbins 10 times and stuff like that. So who cares? Nobody cares except for LeBron James and his cultish fans. That's pretty much it. I don't have that clip here, but they literally called LeBron fans cult fans as well. Like, they're in a cult. They will not listen to facts. They will just do everything to dispute anything against them, which is crazy. And then they also mentioned that Kobe Bryant is overlooked. Kobe Bryant is the 1A in Horace Grant's mind and in Stacey King's mind. He's 1A right after Michael Jordan. And I saw all of Kobe Bryant's career, all of it. I saw about 60% of Michael Jordan's live. I saw all of Kobe's career. And then I've watched all of LeBron's career. And just, there is no comparison to me. Stats are stats and stuff like that, but the eye test, the approach, the killer instinct, you could say, there's no comparison. LeBron James is just not that. And then when you have on your resume, and I mentioned this before, multiple pro players saying that you don't play. We're in the finals. You have teammates that accuse you of quitting. You have superstars or ex-superstars saying that you quit in the NBA Finals, that you gave up. And I've made videos about this. You can search throughout my channel. It's there. There's players on video saying this. Like, you cannot even qualify for the GOAT conversation. Having professional superstar players in multiple eras, multiple seasons talk about you like that. They see it. They see more than normal people. And I see it. I've been, involved in basketball for years. A lot of us talking about it, we see it. But if you're in a LeBron James cult, you can't see it. You're blind to it. It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. I always invite people, any facts that I state on my show, if you want to dispute them, but post facts to dispute mine. And if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. It's as simple as that. And Grant, again, picks Michael Jordan as 1, Kobe Bryant's 1A, and LeBron James right after them. So let me know what you think. Comment section's open. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.